Let's talk about some real estate content ideas that get you business without making you feel like you have a second job. My name's Alicia Crastel, and you know if you are all about growing your real estate business by referral and having the most amazing net life, make sure you hit the subscribe button and we're going to get started. By the end of this video, not only are you going to have real content ideas that you can start today and run with right into next week, you're also going to know how to do it without making it so time consuming and so complicated. I'm going to share with you the same exact type of posts that I've posted, and I've closed about 5 million in the last 4 to 5 months, and agents that I've worked with help them do the same. To simplify everything, we're going to put content in 2 different buckets, in the connection bucket or the evidence of success bucket, because everything that you produce or you put out on social media is either supposed to get a connection with someone or show that you know what you're talking about. That's the evidence of success. I know one of the questions will be, do I have to post every day, or how many times a day should I post? I don't post every day, but I do post things that connect and that show evidence of success. So my rule of thumb is about 20% of your content, just like the 80-20 rule that you use in business all over the place, 20% should be super purposeful. And then the other 80% should just be you living your life and connecting with people. One of the really effective ways you can show the evidence of success without posting, I just listed or just sold a house, is to show yourself in action in real estate. And it does not have to be a closing. It does not have these big monumental thing. It could be simply be you at an inspection or you going through a walkthrough and noticing some small detail and posting about it. For instance, I recently posted a picture and a video of a septic inspector doing the inspection. It's showing I'm active in real estate. This is happening now. And I also put in one of the posts a little bit of what's important about having a septic inspection. So you have a couple of ways to make that happen. You can do a story that's a real quick video that says this is where I am and what I'm doing. You could do a picture that says this is where I am, this is what I'm doing. Or you could do a video/picture post, any of the versions, and include why an inspection would be important to a septic or some of the things that could go wrong. In one of the posts, I put in there, make sure you appreciate your inspectors. It's a real crappy job out there. Just to be funny, because sometimes you could be a little funny in real estate. Because remember, we're going for connection or evidence of success, and they can sometimes be combined. You also in action is putting on a lockbox on a house, putting up a sign, going to meet someone, pulling up comps and information stats on your computer, a picture that doesn't show anybody's personal information, but a picture of you doing whatever you're doing. That's an in-action post. Another category that people don't use effectively is testimonials. So you can use a testimonial, but I know you have enough testimonials or people saying how much they love you where you could pull together 10 to 12 and have them ready to go. You can simply have them in Canva or whatever you get them designed in, get 12 ready to go so you can just pop them in once a week or once a month. In Canva, they have a content planner, and I'll show you where that is, where you can just, if you're in the pro version, you can go into Content Planner and select that piece of content that you want to upload on a certain day, let's say Tuesday's Testimonial Tuesday, and it posts every Tuesday or every other Tuesday. Now you don't even have to think about that post. If you don't have a ton of testimonials yet, alternate between testimonial and then a quote, testimonial and a quote. The third type of evidence of success that you can use is a picture or video of an actual house. It doesn't have to be your listing as long as you have permission to take it. But a small clip, 5 seconds showing the house. Maybe you take multiple of them and post them in stories or TikTok or wherever your preferred video format is, and say you can get X house for $350,000 in Baltimore, Maryland. And you do that repeatedly, and people see over time and they start associating you with houses that are selling with you. Regardless if it's your listing or not, they're associating that content with you. If you're like, Alicia, I don't do video, that's fine, don't do the video, just do the pictures. It's the same concept. The more you have those consistently, people will start relating the houses to you. And if you're in a pinch and you don't have any houses to do that with, take a small detailed picture of any house and ask a question or post about it. You can simply put a detail. Would you prefer a house that has this type of faucet or ones that are nickel? I'm going to post some of these ideas below so you can just copy and paste or use them and plug in the information you want, because it's the worst when people say, here, do this, but they only give you like a sort of example and you're left figuring out what you actually have to type. If you want to see an exact calendar, I'm considering doing a calendar for a month and sharing exactly what the post would be. If you want to see that, write calendar in the comments. The next content piece that you can make that's super simple is questions or stats. Questions about the market in your area that have people guess, kind of like a poll that you could do in Facebook stories, Instagram stories, as a post, however you want. And I'm going to give you examples of questions and the stats that you can use so you can plug them right in. Question 1, how much did the median price change in XYZ County or XYZ City? And you write ABC options and give them a chance to vote or to answer. Another question might be, how many homes do you think were listed last week that are waterfront? And if you don't have waterfront in your area, you could say downtown with 10 plus acres. You pick a category and say, guess how many houses were listed in this category last week, last month. It gets them engaged and it gets them to connect with you and shows an evidence of success that you know what you're talking about because you're looking at these stats and you're asking these questions. True or false? The highest priced home in Baltimore County was $2.6 million last week. That's a true or false question. You could also do that for the lowest priced home this week, last month. And you can take all 4 of those questions that if you didn't want to ask a question and you just wanted to post it, we could turn those into stats. So I'm going to give you the examples. The median price rose by blank last month or last year, over the year. 26 homes were listed last month in Baltimore County. There were under 400,000. That's a fake statistic, but you get the gist. 14 waterfront or downtown or homes with 10 acres plus were listed in the last 6 months. The next category is definitely a connection one, and that's just you doing life. Literally anything you're doing. You're at the park with your kids and you have a picture going down the slide, great. That's still the connection part of what social media is about. If you're on a hike and you have a video of you hiking down some rocks down to the water, that's part of connecting. You can tag your location, people will know that you're a local, and that is definitely part of connection. I think everybody gets so much advice that this has to be more complicated than it is, and it just doesn't have to be complicated. Those are super simple and will get you through 5 days of the week, yet I have one that's really impactful, connects, and can be a long playing post. And it's a recap. It's not really a market update because I don't even like that term, but I've done posts going in and telling people what it's been like, what I've seen behind the curtains in the last X months. And you go through and you tell them details like my buyers didn't have to waive inspections or my sellers only accepted one offer that waived inspection. You're letting them see behind the curtain from a real life person. They're not just hearing on the news, oh, the market's up, oh, house prices are crazy, oh, there are multiple offers. Okay, tell them exactly what you see. So when I have been posting about this, every couple months, I'll do a post that shows them behind the curtains of what I personally see. In the last 3 months, this is what I've been seeing. Most of the sellers didn't accept buyers that waived the inspection. We had one that did. We've had, yes, multiple offers, but instead of 30, now we're seeing 10. Of the X amount of homes, we've seen this amount of post occupancies being used. And a little line, this is what post occupancy is. It gives you really a chance to tell your people that you are a real live agent in the thick of it and you know what you're talking about. And they trust you. So what you're saying, and then it's being reinforced by national news, they're like, oh, okay, I get this now. And she just told me something that no other agent is telling me. So then you stand out like the amazing agent that knows all of the local stuff. So when people know 2, 4, 5, 10 agents, you're the one they're thinking of because you explained it and spoon-fed it to them in a way that helped them understand and made sense. If posting on social media seems just a little bit easier, give me a thumbs up, and you're going to want to check out the next video that I give you an exact schedule with exact posts that you can just copy and paste.